Welcome to the Learning House. We are your one-stop destination for delving into the most captivating tales from diverse spheres of knowledge, from history to finance and beyond. Today, we are set to embark on a fascinating journey together, a voyage that takes us back to the wild 90s, a period marked by significant economic liberalization in India. This era, however, was not all about sunshine and roses. It was also the backdrop for the most massive financial scandal ever to rock the Indian financial landscape, the Harshad Mehta scam. This scandal is a gripping tale of how unchecked ambition, paired with rampant financial malpractice, wreaked havoc on an entire nation's economy. Today, as we dive headlong into this story, you'll realize it's not merely an account of a financial scandal, but a powerful warning from history. It is a vivid illustration of the catastrophic outcomes that ensue when ambition goes astray, ethics are sidelined, and financial malpractices are allowed to run amok. So settle in comfortably, sit back, relax, and gear up as we navigate through this all-consuming, mesmerizing, and cautionary saga. So sit back, relax, and prepare to dive deep into this riveting cautionary tale. Ever thought about the most significant monetary fraud in the annals of Indian history? The event in question is the Harshad Mehta scam, also regarded as the securities scandal in 1992. This notorious scandal, which sent shockwaves throughout the Indian stock market, was masterminded by the noteworthy Harshad Mehta. Born in a quaint town in Gujarat, Mehta embarked on an exciting journey in the bustling metropolis Bombay. He was a small-town boy with enormous dreams, who dared to enter a world ruled by the business elite. His rise to prominence in the stock market was nothing less than awe-inspiring. His beginnings were humble, but his ambitions were sky-high. He was a visionary, an opportunist, who saw potential every corner of the financial world. His journey from the bylanes of Gujarat to the high-rise buildings in Bombay is a tale of ambition, intelligence, and guile. He was a genius in a world of numbers, charts, and trends, and his understanding of the market made him an uncrowned king of the stock world. However, his success was built on exploiting the loopholes in the banking system, manipulating stocks, and diverting funds from banks into the stock market. One of Mehta's key tactics was the misuse of bank receipts, or BRs. He cleverly manipulated these seemingly harmless financial documents, turning them into instruments for his unscrupulous activities. The BRs in the hands of Mehta were no longer mere transaction receipts. They were transformed into key tools of deception. Let's delve deeper into what these BRs were. They were essentially counterfeited documents that grossly misrepresented transactions. These transactions were not ordinary ones. They involved government securities, one of the most vital and sensitive components of a country's financial system. By falsifying these transactions, Mehta orchestrated a grand financial illusion, fooling everyone from the common public to the seasoned financial experts. His modus operandi was simple and yet ruthlessly effective. He used these doctored BRs to illicitly channel money from the banks. This was not a mere transfer of funds. It was a carefully planned and siphoning off of vast amounts of money directly into the stock market. The stock market, a place of great volatility and risk, was where Mehta sought his fortune. His ill-gotten wealth wasn't just for survival. It was for the pursuit of unimaginable wealth. And what was his role in all of this? He acted as a mediator between banks looking to buy or sell securities, using his position for personal benefit. The shocking scam surfaced when there was a noticeable amount absent from the ledger books of the State Bank of India, a titan among the nation's financial institutions. Noted for its authoritative presence in the economic landscape, this bank is recognized as one of the cornerstones of India's financial structure. It was a revelation that sent tremors through the highest echelons of the banking industry, leaving a significant impact. The discrepancy was so significant that it could not be ignored or swept under the rug. The intense gravity of the situation prompted an immediate and comprehensive investigation by the Janakiraman Committee, a rigorously selected group of financial experts sanctioned by the Reserve Bank of India. This committee, named after its respected chairman, was tasked with the formidable challenge of navigating the complex web of monetary transactions to unearth the truth. The committee's painstaking investigation was characterized by meticulous examination of financial records, countless interviews, and relentless pursuit of leads. Their relentless efforts bore fruit as they unraveled the extent of this colossal scam. The committee's revelations were extensive, painting a clear picture of Harshad Mehta's elaborate scheme. They exposed the depth and breadth of Mehta's fraudulent activities, unmasking the mastermind behind one of the most significant financial scams in India's history. This explosive revelation set off a ripple effect, triggering a series of events that led directly to Harshad Mehta's downfall. His actions had shaken the very foundation of India's financial system, and his comeuppance was inevitable and swift. The scam had far-reaching consequences, causing a severe crash in the stock market and exposing systemic vulnerabilities within India's banking sector. This widespread economic event smeared a deep stain on the confidence of investors and the public alike. It wasn't just about the stock market crash. The intricate web of deceit revealed an unsettling reality: the entanglement of several brokers and banks in similar malpractices. The shockwaves of this revelation rippled across the entire financial ecosystem. It wasn't the sole handiwork of Harshad Mehta, but rather a collective impropriety of financial institutions that had bypassed regulations with impunity. The severity of the malfeasance was so profound that it didn't just affect the securities market, it stirred a nationwide crisis. Investigations performed by regulatory bodies led to the unearthing of deeper complications. Other financial entities, too, had actively participated in these fraudulent practices, creating a state of upheaval in the securities market. The situation became so dire and complex that a bear cartel formed against Mehta. This formation intensified the already volatile circumstances, with all eyes turned toward the impending doom. It became evident that multiple financial institutions had been involved in transactions without proper backing or adherence to regulations. The depth of the scam served as a wake-up call for a thorough revamp of the country's financial and banking systems. It was a glaring reminder of the pervasive corruption which had seeped into the very fabric of the financial industry. Despite his initial success and influence, Harshad Mehta's fraudulent activities caught up with him. Being a prominent figure in the Indian stock market, he was once hailed as a financial wizard. He was a self-made man who rose from a humble background to reach the pinnacle of success in the Indian financial market. He was admired, respected, and even feared by players in the stock market. However, his meteoric rise was also the beginning of his downfall. Those who knew him described him as ambitious and unscrupulous, the perfect recipe for a disaster waiting to happen. He was found guilty of manipulating the stock market, a fraud that shook the very foundation of the Indian financial system. It was revealed that he was using various fraudulent methods to divert funds from banks and public sector companies into the stock market. This revelation sent shockwaves throughout the country, and the stock market crashed, leading to huge losses for investors. The regulatory bodies and investigative agencies swung into action, and a probe was launched. The Central Bureau of Investigation, the country's premier investigative agency, spearheaded the investigations. They left no stone unturned to unravel the depth of his fraudulent activities. He was faced with multiple legal battles and was summoned by various courts. It was a drawn-out legal battle, with Harshad and his lawyers fighting tooth and nail to fend off the charges. But the evidence was overwhelming, and Harshad found himself cornered. Eventually, he was convicted for his role in diverting funds from public sector entities like Maruti Udyog Limited. The aftermath of the scam saw numerous individuals, including bank employees, brokerage firms, bureaucrats, and politicians, facing legal repercussions for their roles in facilitating or ignoring Mehta's activities. The legacy of the Harshad Mehta scam serves as a cautionary tale about the risks of unchecked ambition and financial malpractice. It prompted significant reforms in India's financial sector, highlighting the importance of robust regulatory mechanisms to prevent similar incidents in the future. In conclusion, the Harshad Mehta scam, with its intricate web of deceit and manipulation, remains an important chapter in the history of India's financial sector. It underscores the need for vigilance, transparency, and accountability in the world of finance.